What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Michael David, just a guy who likes to play with makeup in my spare time. And as you can see today, I have a hat on. I don't normally wear hats. I'm not trying to be one of those James Charles kind of types. But I am trying to just keep all my hair back. Obviously with quarantine, it is just, very crazy. We're not able to get haircuts. And I wanted to actually film a video where I was doing a home haircut, where I kind of just shaved the sides and trimmed the top myself and see what would have happened, because I've seen a lot of people do that. But for a couple of reasons I decided not to. One, because I want to actually support my local salon. Every time that you cut your own hair, you're actually taking away business from when salons eventually can reopen, so it's really imperative that you try to hold off as long as you can. And I also see people don't really have that much luck when they do it, so that's why we're just throwing the hat on for today. I don't know if I'll do this in the next video, but we will see what happens. For now, I'm just keeping a hat on to keep it all back, just to make my life a little bit easier. So for today's video, I am kind of going with a trend that I've been seeing all over Instagram. It is the butterfly eye look. And it's not really a look that I've ever expected to do on my channel, just because it's a little bit more technical, and I actually am trying for the second time to do this. Yesterday, I attempted this look, and it went to complete and utter shit. And I just wasn't really proud of it. I didn't want to keep going, so I just kind of shut everything down and really kind of took a minute to think about how I was going to do it. It was when it got to the details that it became very challenging for me. So today I'm going to really try to take my time, and hopefully I'll actually post this. So my inspiration today is Butterfly Artistry on YouTube. She's a really cute little influencer. I've never really seen much of her work, but I'm very excited to check out more of it after this. And yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of get into it. So I'm gonna apply my base and brows off camera, and I'm gonna try to have my base look as flawless as possible. I did shave yesterday, and I tried touching it up today, but any guys out there know that once you shave one day, it's hard to get it exactly as perfect as you did the first clean shave that you did. So hopefully the base looks good. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I apply my base, you can check out any of my other videos, or if you want, you can just go over to my Instagram, just at MichaelDavidTV, and it'll go over the entire process. So I will be right back. Alright, so base is officially done. It took me forever because I just have quarantine brain today, apparently. First I put my foundation on my hand before I primed, and then I just put the foundation on after that. Then I threw my brows on before I concealed, and then I just decided to bake before concealing, so then I had to wipe all my bake off, and then put concealer on, and then bake again. So, we're here, it's all good. So now time for the eyes. First I'm going to take a little bit of Juvia's Place concealer to put that all over my lids. Hopefully it's a good eye base. It's very tacky as a concealer, so I think it'll work out well. And plus I have a really bright shade, so if I'm not really going to be using it on my face, I might as well use it on my eye for a base. Now, Butterfly Artistry uses a kind of a blue into a purple, but I've been really using those colors a lot lately, so today I want to kind of make it a little bit like the emoji and do more of like a tealish blue. So first I'm taking the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blue Blood palette, and I'm kind of just dipping into Minty and I'm Cold as our first color. Now I'm going to take an M431 brush and dip into Blue Blood and Blue Monday to kind of give our sharpened, extended part of the butterfly wing that we're going to have. Now remember, it doesn't matter if you get this like completely perfect, because you're going to be kind of cleaning up with eyeliner anyway. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer and just kind of wipe up the bottoms just to keep it a little bit sharper, and then we're going to go in with our liner. Now, this was the part that screwed me up last night when I was doing it, and it is the liner. So I'm going to take the thinnest brush I own. I'm going to go as slow as possible, as humanly possible when I do this, because when you start out thin, you have to keep it thin. Otherwise, once you build, it gets thicker, and then it just ruins the beautiful blend that you just did with your shadow. So send a prayer for me, because if I don't get it this time, I'm not doing it at all. So yeah. Alright, so I did it. It's not as clean as I would have liked, but it is what it is. We're just gonna move on. Just a tip in case anybody is doing this for the first time, just like me. The Haus Labs eyeliner is definitely not one that you want to use for this. It dries too quickly. It's not something that can kind of move with a very smooth brush, and it's just definitely not the one for this kind of look. Now, just before I start all the detailing, I'm gonna do the bottom of the butterfly wings, and I'm gonna take those same colors, and I'm just gonna kind of bring it out just down. And this is gonna start at the middle of my eye and go out. Alright, so I think that this blend for the bottom is going good. Now I'm just going to line the bottom. I'm seeing the vision. All right, so it's not, it's not perfect. It's really good for a first time, I think, and it's much better than yesterday. I definitely think that it was the consistency of the liner that kind of messed me up yesterday because I kept trying with the House Labs liner. It's really good for a lot of different kinds of looks, but not when it comes to detailing with liner. So now I'm just gonna smooth up the bottom to kind of make it a little bit more sharp with some concealer. Yeah, see, that like really helps the shape. And if you have any excess shadow kind of like under your lid still, you can just take some concealer and wipe under to clean it up even more. Alright, so I just cleaned it up with a little bit of concealer, and now I'm going to start doing the details on the actual wings. It's not really as clean as I would like it to be, I'm going to say that the whole time, but as I always say, I am a beginner. Alright, I'm just going to leave those alone. Now I'm going to do a basic wing where I normally would do one, but obviously I'm not going to extend it out. I'm just going to connect it to the wing that we have going on right over here. So we have our basic wing on now, just on top of our butterfly wing. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more detail, and then I'm going to add some dots to give it a little bit of dimension. Alright, so I think that I'm liking this eye a lot better than this one. I just think that the precision of the detail looks a lot better on this side versus this side. Now using a lip shade from Jeffree Star Cosmetics that a lot of people like to use as either white eyeliner or white little detailing, I'm going to go in with Drug Lord. Now I'm going to add a little bit more lining detail on the bottom wing just before we start up those white dots on the bottom as well. If anybody out there is really trying to go crazy with this, I recommend getting a nail art tool. I just don't have one, so I'm just using the back of a brush because I felt like that's probably what would work well in my situation. You can see that the dots aren't totally consistent in terms of size just because obviously with the back of a brush, you kind of win some or lose some. I think that they're gorgeous on this side, so hopefully we can keep it going with that side to be our proud side. Alright, so if you notice that the dots look a little bit messy, all you have to do is just go back in with your black liner very carefully, and kind of just go like a little line around them, or kind of just touch them up. So I'm going to do that. Send a prayer for me, because it looks really great. I just want to try to make it a little bit better. Alright, so don't mind my base. It's going through some stuff because every time that I kept trying to clean up the blue or the liner, it got in the concealer, and then I put more concealer on, and then I tried powdering more. I've just been a mess today. So I'm going to do mascara and lashes off camera, and I will be right back. Alright, now that lashes are all done, the look is finally coming together and the eyes are all done. Now I'm going to quickly contour and highlight. Now, just as one little final touch that I forgot to add to the eyes just before I do my glow, I'm going to apply the KKW Beauty Ultra Light Beams Powder Pigment and Iridescent, just to kind of give a little sparkly effect to these butterfly wings, and also to give us something good to put in the inner corner. So I'm just going to line with On Point Liner from House Labs. I really wanted to have the eyes stick out, so what I'm going to do now is just to kind of match the iridescent glow that we have going on, I'm going to throw on the KKW Beauty Ultra Light Beams Iridescent Gloss, and that comes with the powder pigment. You can get them as a duo. I think that it's a really good combo to get out of all of them. And this is like my favorite gloss of all time. It'll just sparkle, it has a little bluish sheen in it, and it looks gorgeous. Bam! So, this is the final look. I'm really proud of myself. I really tried. It took me a very long time. I recommend for people to, really try to branch out and try something new, and I'm really happy that I got to do this. So, it just takes a little bit of patience, so, I definitely recommend that everybody takes their time. But if you liked this video, just give me a big thumbs up, comment down below to let me know what you thought. Follow me on all social media. I'm just at MichaelDavidTV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. This is Michael David, signing off. Mwah.